Welcome to week 2 of my marathon training vlog.
User identified.
What was that?
Insert user into game now.
Mommy! Help me, baby Jesus!
Why am I wearing this?
Tron Blue is the new black this
And how does it
season.
fit in my hand? Oh.
Use the identity disc as a weapon or be killed brutally.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I don't want to play. Can I go?
Play the game, user, or I will make you my bitch.
I thought you might say that.
Play the game, user.
Come on. I'll give you $5.
You must play the game, user.
$5? Come
You
on.
cannot buy much with $5.
You could do laundry for at least 2 days with that. Come on.
Programs do not need to do laundry, user.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll play the game. This user is going in. Hi guys. Welcome to week 2 of my video blog for my marathon training and week 5 of my actual training for the New York City Marathon. So, just wanted to talk this week about sort of some obstacles I faced. So, there's a reason why I did that whole Tron intro, and not because Tron is super cool, which it is, but that's not the only reason. The main reason is that in Tron they talk about the game changing, and they're always talking about the game and the user and how all that interaction stuff. So this week I actually went out of town for about the full week to a beach house with my coworkers. So there were some difficulties in my training. One, I was out of town, I was in a different place, different location than I usually am, so that always messes up your training. But secondly, I was ingesting a lot of calories, both solid and liquid, so that also put a hamper on things. And just making sure that I got in my runs was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be. But actually, overall, I actually think this week was more productive than my other weeks. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how Tron relates to my training this week. So, I did an 8-mile run this week, an 8-mile long run, a 3-mile interval run. For people who don't know that, that means it's like a speed training. Essentially, you run really fast for a while, then you recover, you walk, or you jog slowly, then you run really fast again over and over in intervals. And the third run I did was another 8-miler. So I want to talk about my last 8-mile run. So that one was really tricky because let's say if we call each run that you do, each training that you do, a game, right? So the first 8-miler that I ran this week, I just ran by myself. I had my iPod, everything was good. I also kept water nearby at the beach house that we were at. So I went back, I basically went back and forth, so I made sure I was hydrated. Everything was good. The game was what I knew it to be. The second run for the intervals, that also was a game that I recognized because it's just short runs. It's fast, but it's not too bad in terms of keeping your body there. The third run though was tough because the game had changed. So I was super pissed because there were a lot of parameters in the game that had changed for this last run. One, my iPod died on the 0.25 mile marker of an 8-mile run. So that sucked big Donkey Kong cojones, because my music is my kind of gets me going, whatever, right? The second thing was my friend said that the end of the so we were running on an island, and so he's like, let's go all the way to one side of the island and back, and then we can drink water there. And he's like, oh, it's not that bad. It's 3.5 mile run back and forth to the water, right? So I usually don't go any longer than at the most like 3.5 miles without drinking, because I get dehydrated really quick. Turns out it was 5.5 miles running there and back. So needless to say, I was cursing my friend in my head quite profusely, although physically speaking, it was more like... But if you were in my head, it would be a lot of bleep, 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 bleeping water, you bleeping bleep. So I bleeped that out for the kids, but you get the idea. The third way the game had changed was that I was running somewhere new. So again, I was running on that island, so I wasn't as familiar with the terrain. Fourthly, I was running with people. I usually run by myself, so that actually pushed me harder because they are all faster runners than me. So I actually ran harder than I usually do, which actually made me faster than I was. So I actually ran the fastest I had run so far in my training. And let's see, is there any other major parameters? Oh, and the fifth thing was that it started out like we ran super early in the morning. I think it was like 6, 7 in the morning, and it was like overcast, and then like by the time we started the run, around mile 1, the sun came out full force, and I didn't put on any sunblock or anything. We had been at the beach the whole time, so I also got a little sunburnt during the run. I could feel my face feeling all like a bunch of sun rays were punching me in the face. So thank you, radioactive punching of light. Yeah, so that was the fifth way the game had changed. But I think that even though I hated all 5 ways the game had changed, those 5 things made me a better runner. So by the end, when I did finish, even though I was super pissed at first, I realized I had run my best time for an 8-miler in a long time. I had gotten through the running. It made me mentally, my mental fortitude was stronger because I had to go through it without the music, and I had to go through it without water for a long period of time. So it made me stronger. The marathon is, I'm sure, an unforgiving race. So when you do something that you compete against yourself and you're trying to make yourself stronger, you have to push yourself to do things that sometimes make you feel uncomfortable or that are hard, that you change the parameters of the game during the training so that when you actually do it, you're stronger for it. So the fact that I went without my water, my iPod actually made me stronger, better, faster. Daft Punk, don't sue me, because I have no money. The third thing is that it made me realize that I can't always just, you can't fall into a lull. Even with training, it's easy to fall into a routine. So this break from routine actually really helped me out to re-energize my training. So if you're anything like me, you have trouble not listening to music while running. And I don't plan on abandoning listening to music. There will be times here and there though that I think I will not listen to music anymore, because I realize that every once in a while not listening to music, even though I'm a music junkie and it gets me pumped, helps me, because I actually got to think about things in a little different way when I didn't listen to music. And I came up with a list of things that I did this past week or could do while I'm not listening to music. I mean, I could do these things while I'm listening to music too, but it's a little bit harder because you're focused more on the music. So here's my list. One is reflect on your day or life in general. So I actually had a lot easier time reflecting on that when the music went out. So that was really good. 2, listen to the sounds of nature. Like that stupid squirrel over there, in the breeze and the trees and stupid animals. Feels like a Disney movie. But I'm just kidding. You guys aren't stupid. You squirrels are cute, and trees, you guys are the best. No, but seriously, nature actually sounds pretty cool. It has its own sort of sound and rhythm, especially depending on where you were. Like this past week, I was at a beach, so you hear like the rhythm of the ocean in the background while you're running, and it has its own heartbeat. And the breeze sounds different than when it's in a beach is different from a breeze that's in around the trees where I usually am, or the city. 3, you could plan out your creative projects like stories or drawings or videos in your head. You can think about things you can do, upcoming things, or just mapping out actual ideas in detail. 4, you can plan out your day, what you're going to do. 5, I know this sounds kind of weird, but you could listen to your breathing. It's almost zen-like. You hear it's like the pulse of your when you breathe. So when you hear it over and over and you actually listen to it, it almost gets you into kind of like a comforting trance almost. So you could do that. 6, something that I also did this past week, you could sing a song in your head or give yourself a beat, Okay, don't do that while you're running though. That would be super awkward for everyone involved. But you know what I mean. And the nice thing about creating a beat in your head is that you can create the beat that you want. So when you need to get pumped up, you can make the beat a little bit faster. If you need it to be chill, you can think of a slower song, So that's a great thing. You don't have to shuffle through your iPod. If you're doing it in your head, you can sing along in your head, you can do whatever you want. 7, think of good Yo Mama jokes. Like this, let me drop this bomb on you, this funny bomb. Yo Mama so fat, they came out with a new version of the Xbox Kinect just for her, and they called it Static. Yeah, I shouldn't quit my day job. And number 8, you can fantasize. And no, not like that. You're dirty. No, you are dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Can't believe you. What I mean by fantasize, at least for me, you can fantasize about whatever you want. I'm not going to go inside your head. I'm not going to tell you what to fantasize about. But if it's something, interesting, feel free to share. But what I mean by fantasizing is, while I was running, I was fantasizing about the water and the Gatorade. Well, actually, I didn't drink Gatorade, but water. And I was actually fantasizing about breakfast. I'm like, what exactly do I want? So if you fantasize about something you'll get after the run, or fantasize about something that you like, that's also kind of something like a carrot on the stick, a mental carrot on the stick that'll get you through the run. So, just to wrap this up, I want to also say that this past week was good for me because I did all the running that I needed to do, but I also did a lot of cross training. So being at the beach house, being on vacation doesn't mean that you have to just sit there. I actually went stand-up paddleboarding, and you can see here that I am horrible at it, but I did it for the first time and it was kind of fun, and it was a pretty good workout. It just worked out different muscles that I normally wouldn't use. I also went swimming in the ocean, which is always great cross-training. So even when you're on vacation, always look for different opportunities to cross-train, to change the game up for your training regimen as a whole. So I guess all I really want to say now is just make sure, I hope that I keep up with the training, and now that I'm back in town, I can go back to my normal regimen. I'm going to be on week 6. I'm very excited. I'm actually starting to ramp up to, at the end of next week, I should be running a 10-miler, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm looking forward to that. So if you don't see a blog from me next week, it probably means that I died from running the 10-miler. If not, I'll see you next week. So, bye guys. Hello? Can I go now? I'm still here. Hello? Yeah, can you let me out? Anyone? I just want to go home. I did the marathon training and I did the blog. Hello? Hello?
This block will
Is anyone in there?
self-destruct in 5, 4, 3,
That's not.
2,